Ancient spiritual wisdom offers timeless insights for addressing contemporary conflicts. By drawing on the principles of compassion, non-violence, and inner peace, spirituality provides a pathway to resolving disputes and fostering harmony. In an era of global unrest, applying these age-old techniques can illuminate the path to lasting peace. So the panel discussion today will be on the topic Spirituality and Peace, applying ancient wisdom to contemporary conflicts. Our next panelist is from Philippines, Mr. Guido Telscher. He is doctorate from Albert Ludwig University Freiburg, and he is a high school teacher and church employee teaching at the Francis Gymnasium in Lingen and study seminar in Muminpur. He has also done missionary missions in Philippines. He is the editor and yoga teacher. He has learned yoga teacher training from Yoga Vidya in Hornbad, Minberg. He is co-worker in the team editorial, advertising production at Yoga Vidya, seminar guide teaching numerous yoga classes and taking yoga seminars. He teaches German at the language school My Language Cafe in Cebu City. He is also a freelance and editor of several books of Sukadevji and Yoga Vidya, commentary on the Hatha Yoga, Pradipika, etc. He studied Catholic theology and philosophy at the Albert Ludwig University Freiburg and doctoral studies in New Testament exegesis work in Hebrews published in 2007. Our next panelist is Ms. Baltarain. She's a trainer, coach, speaker, therapist with over 18 years spent in education and training, coaching and healing. She's a certified professional trainer, certified hypnotherapist, certified NLP master coach, past life regression therapist, inner child therapist and a family constellation facilitator, certified points of view practitioner, finding her true calling to become the bridge between different worlds and cultures to touch souls by marrying spirit and matter. She has trained, coached, healed, inspired people to overcome their fears, awakening their inner strength, unleash their full potentials and transform themselves to become an authentic leader living every day in abundance, happiness, love and fulfillment. Belle is also a storyteller who combines meditation, music, movies, arts, photography, embodiment work and interactive process to bring more awareness and opportunities for people to interact with life from an open heart and multidimensional perspective. Our next panelist is Ms. Jamilya G from Almaty, Kazakhstan. She is a mother of 3 children and one more beautiful soul will be soon added in her family. She is practicing yoga since 15 years. She attended her first yoga class when her bank owner invited yogi from India's ashram. Her first yoga teacher Sandeep Ji is still the person who is helping her stay in touch with yoga knowledge and yoga lifestyle. She participated in yoga course when her first guru opened first branch of yoga in Kazakhstan. Since 2014, she is teaching Hatha Yoga. She has completed yoga psychology course in ashram. In 2019, she attended the international conference about family system and role of mother, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam in India, which started as a trip for 4 Indian mothers and continued as global mother team of different countries. In the panel, I welcome our next panelist, Mr. Mubirkhoni Muminpur. He got his bachelor's degree in foreign language from the Tajik National University, specializing in Hindi and English. For more than 5 years, he is working as a deputy head of the Excursion and Mass Communication Department of National Museum in Tajikistan. The excursion group comprises of 2 presidents, 1 prime minister, the head of parliaments, general of army, and lots of high-level delegations from around the world. From 2015-16, he have been in India. He studied Hindi language proficiency in Kendriya Hindi Sansthan, Agra, Uttar Pradesh. He also studied Aryan culture, ancient civilization, and intercultural relationship. From 2017, he is working at the National Museum of Tajikistan as a Hindi-English speaking guide. As an Indiologist in the museum, he researched on ancient civilizations deeper. In 2018, he wrote an article after a long time researching on Hinduism in Ancient Penjikent, which is from the proven artifacts of the museum. Today's panel discussion will be moderated by Dr. Vikrant Singh Tobar, convener United Consciousness. Dr. Tomer is an acknowledged trainer, academician, scholar, writer, and a management consultant. He's a freelance trainer and served the cabinet ministers of state, MLAs, police officers, and tycoons of the business world. His aim and objective is universal brotherhood and happiness through harmonizing the knowledge from the ancient scriptures into our lives. So I welcome all our guests for panel discussion.
Most welcome. We acknowledge your presence, our friend Guido ji from Philippines.
Guido. Yeah.
Guido.
Guido. It's Italian name, but I'm German.
Okay, so let me repeat it. Is it Guido? Is it okay?
Yeah, it's better. Yeah, I can live with it.
Sorry about it.
Yeah.
Guido.
People here call me Papsi. Simply. That's the easiest.
we welcome you, Bell Tran from Vietnam. We welcome you, Jamilya from Kazakhstan. Most welcome.
Thank you.
And
welcome. Namaste.
Thank you. Namaste. And our audience from different parts of the world, all continents, we welcome you too. Dear friends, here we are going to discuss on the topic spirituality and peace, applying ancient wisdom to contemporary conflicts, as acknowledging that our world is going through conflicts. Lots of conflicts happening in different parts of the world. As they say, history is the best master if you learn from it. And past is the best master if you learn from it. And past is a burden if you don't learn from it. So our ancestors have given us lots of wisdom, scriptural wisdom, in different parts of the world in different forms. Here we are discussing what part of that scriptural ancient wisdom can be applied in today's day and age so that existing world conflicts can be reduced. We all understand that the conflict is man versus man versus within, and man versus nature. So we will be discussing a couple of these conflicts today, an application of ancient scriptural teaching in that. Why don't we begin with conflict of man versus within? We have lots of conflict with ourselves. So let me start with Guido ji. Okay, so my question to you would be, I think too much. I want to be at peace with myself. So at times I tell that I'm tired of my own mind. It thinks too much. So what are the mechanisms, techniques given in some ancient wisdom that can help me to resolve this, my conflict with myself, my internal conflict?
Yeah, I think that is the most important conflict. Yeah, if you solve that one, you can also probably solve the others and avoid or lighten also other conflicts outside with other people. For me, Raja Yoga is the most important. Let's say you start with pranayama, you try to relax your breath, and then you focus on yourself and try to meditate. This is what I do, simply. And the problem is, I try this really every day. This is not a teaching or whatever. I do this. I consider myself as yogi, really. And I would say, that can help you to give more silence in your brain, in your mind, and then you're also able to listen more. listen what others say, what is their meaning, what is their problem. Yeah, but it's not only people. Also, for example, here is a neighbor with a very noisy dog, and I always think, what is his problem? Why is he so noisy? The problem is he is always in a cage and want to get out and need help. I think that is what he's trying to say. There's also conflict between other beings. Yeah, that's it. Also,
Perfect. So we have one more panelist today, and I think he's the youngest panelist
yeah, that's
in
better.
the discussion. And nobody better than kids can teach us how to be mentally peaceful. Thank you, Master, rather Grandmaster. What is his name, Jamilya ji?
But again, he's small.
What is her name?
Sorry for that.
Huh?
Sorry, question.
You're muted. Okay. Okay, perfect. So we understood what our friend Guido ji mentioned about Raj Yoga, Pranayam, meditate, be in silence are some of the techniques which he said he has been using to be at peace with self. We have our friend Beltran from Vietnam having a practitioner since years. What is your take? How can I resolve my conflict with myself?
Thank you, Tran. Thank you, everyone, for this opportunity and the honor to be here. And as we understand that for me personally, I learn a lot about how a human we evolve and we have different needs, which also sometimes create different conflicts within ourselves. So we have different needs, different values as we grow up, and as we interact with other people. We also probably absorb their beliefs or their behaviors, and that might create new conflicts for us when we grow up. So I think for me personally, the first thing is to be aware of what are the differences, different parts in ourselves. And of course, mindfulness, meditation, or yoga can help us to bring us to that state. But I myself believe that we need to bring the awareness first, and then after that, we have to acknowledge the differences. We do not, disown anything, or we don't reject anything, because everything is a part of us, or even something that we don't like in ourselves or in others is also the mirror effect that we see when we live our life. And so acceptance, acknowledge, and then acceptance are the, the, the steps that needs to happen to help us resolve our internal conflicts. Because just like um, Master Guido, sorry, I cannot pronounce your name. Yeah, but as he said, if we can resolve this internal conflict, everything else is just a piece of cake. It's very easy. So this is, I believe, is the most important one as well. So when we understand all these differences, then it's easier to bring, the priority. We need to have the goals. Why we need to resolve these conflicts? What are the outcomes, or what are the good, the outcomes or the vision that we have when we resolve these conflicts. And then, see, from that, we can prioritize what are the most important things for us at this moment, or in the short term or in the long term. Sometimes we need to sacrifice certain needs or certain desire for maybe long term benefit, just like between the man versus nature, like Dr. Vikrant just mentioned. It's very easy for us to gain the momentary, pleasure, and then we might sacrifice our long-term benefits for our future generation, especially with the environment. So for
Thank
me,
you.
that is my impact.
So
Thank you
kind
so
of
much.
you. Thank you very much. Awareness, acceptance, self-talk, clarifying the priorities can help. Now we have our friend from Kazakhstan, Jamilya ji.
Is it
How do you deal? Yeah.
clear? You can hear
Yes.
me.
Yes. How? Yes. Yes. How do you deal with persons with problems which are intrapersonal in nature? To be peace with yourself, what are the techniques from ancient wisdom that you would like to suggest?
First of all, understanding that conflict, it is about way to grow. We need to accept this information. If we have a conflict outside or inside, it is everything about going to grow. Actually, every day's practice very important. Every day's practice. It should include your own sadhana, meditation, mantra, asana, and of course pranayama. Uh, Also, we need to include here ahimsa, non-violence. We need to check our how not to harm people in action, in the world, not harm in the world, not harm in thought. Also, we need to add, of course, satya. Be honest. Be honest. It is every. It is helping to resolve conflicts. It is very helpful. Also svadhyaya, self-study, because without our we are not growing ourselves. We never know uh, where to go. We never know how to find where is our role in this conflict. That's why we need self-study. Also detachment, vairagya, that we don't need have any we should not wait something from the resolution after conflict. That's all. That's all.
Thank you very much, Jamilya ji. She gave us many methods. She said that conflicts leads to growth. And she also mentioned that whatever you choose, practice daily mantra, asana, pranayama, yam niyama, be honest, non-violence, swadhyaya, and vairagya. Lots of things she suggested. It takes us back to our friend Guido ji regarding when you mentioned that if I have conflict within myself, I should go for pranayama, meditate, be in silence. At times, I have conflict with others also. And my expectations are not fulfilled by there are many people around me. Sometimes there are many injustices that are being done to me. Sometimes I go through things which I don't deserve. It leads to conflict that I have with others. How should I deal with it? What ancient wisdom talks about it?
If you have a problem with other people, then that could be a reasonable reaction. Could be anger. Huh? You get very angry. This morning, for example, I used my motorbike, and there was somebody turning around in the middle of the street, and yeah, I became suddenly very angry because of him, and it's a natural reaction, I think. But you must learn to control your anger. That is the very important. And if you because I'm here in a foreign environment, no? As a German, of course, no? And it's clear that people are thinking different, are looking different, make everything different. Yeah. So also even the driving is sometimes different. Yeah. Or it's some ways different than what I learned in Germany. No, I went in the driving school there. And okay, so the problem is not his driving; it is my reaction. That is a problem. Huh? My anger, my fear. I have a problem and crash into that in that case a tricycle. Yeah, that is a problem. So I can avoid the coming trouble, the shouting on him and whatever. Yeah, calling the police or whatever. Yeah, if I control my anger. And this is, we come back to your first question. How can I control my emotions like anger? Yeah. with techniques like pranayama, for example, yeah, to be silent, to read your mind, your own mind, what is going on there, huh? And I think, what are you doing? Huh? you, you bring us here in danger because of your driving style. Yes, I may be right. Yeah, it could be, but it's a point of view. Yeah, in his point of view, it is correct. It is absolute normal because he's doing that all the time. I don't know. He's a professional tricycle driver. Yeah, in that case. Yeah. So what can we do?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's only
So
an example. Yeah. Mhm.
So regarding my conflicts with others, Guido ji mentioned that be non-reactive. Try to manage your emotions and see different point of views also. People are right from their own perspectives. That's amazing. That I'm sure must be helping people. Now, the same question to Balji. You told acceptance, awareness, and self talk. Prioritizing can help me to manage my conflict with myself. But what are the techniques where two people can manage conflicts between themselves? Lots of expectations we have. When they get unfulfilled, I feel agitated. I worked so hard this quarter, this year, but I did not get the promotion. Or rather, the person who did not work hard got the promotion. So it is an injustice happening to me. I am at the traffic place and the person behind me is honking unnecessary. When seeing red light, still honking. It irritates me. Over to you.
Yes. So I think, for example, for me personally, and I believe this technique works for many people, is breath work. When we have things like people honking at us on traffic or anything that happens abruptly or makes us very angry, just take a few deep breaths. I believe 7 seconds are enough for us to get back to our calmer state, because from there everything else is different. Because if when we react from our our survival state, and of course we will have we might have we might say things or do things that we don't like about ourselves in the future, just a few seconds later either. So for me, breath work is the first thing. Just learn to get in touch with our breath and really practice it and do it when necessary. That is the first step and most important thing for me. Second one is if we have a chance, like if we are indoor or in a room that we have water. After that, then we might take a sip of water, because I believe water for our physical body is also helping to bring us to balance. So from the physical aspect, those are some of the things that we can do. And for bigger conflicts with others, we need to also spend time to maybe learn other techniques to releasing it, through art, through exercise, through physical activities, or maybe it's also a chance for us to seek out some support, professional help, or our family support group. And we need to understand what are the root cause of these conflicts, because like I said before, it's a mirror of our internal pictures, our internal world. So maybe we need to really sit down and map out what are the sources. Maybe I have these conflicts with the boss, but the root cause actually because he always remind me of my father at home, that I feel the same feeling, emotion, when my father scolded me when I was a child, for example. So we need to go back to the root cause and resolve that, and that will help. And of course, another thing is that we need to set our boundaries and have an open communication. And from there, then the empathy can come. And when we understand the differences and we resolve the internal conflicts, then we can bring the peace out as well, to others. So that's
Thank you. Thank you, Balji. She mentioned 8 different modalities. She said, go for breath work, drink water, take support, go for art, share with somebody, exercise, take lessons, identify the root cause, and keep the communication open. Nice. Jamilya ji, what is in the basket from your side? I am having trouble in dealing with interpersonal relationship. I think people don't understand me. I think I'm not made for this world. I don't feel belonged to the people around me probably. I feel that I'm victimized. I feel that people are here to use me. And when I need, they are not there.
Okay. Um, my opinion, like when people feel like this, like you said, usually it is about that they have less energy. Not energy. If they have less energy, that's why we have such kind of feelings. So first, I think that those people need to go to the nature. It might be any nature because nature gives us lots of good energies. The second, what I can suggest is to find people who is good people who can listen, people who can care, um, to stay with such people. In India, I know that people, you can go to your guru to ask something or to some other high spirited person, and it is also gives you energy. After and also own practice very important. It might be like asana, like yoga. It can be also walking to 10,000 kilometers, walking on or running. It also can be
Yes.
acceptable to person. Yes, going walking, it will help person to um, um, harmonize energy inside. After harmonizing this energy, for him or for her, it will be easier to find a way how to um, behave with other people. That is my opinion.
Thank you very much. Jamili ji suggested the root cause is less energy. Go to nature, be with good people, positive people, find a guru, walk 10,000 steps, do running. It may take you grounded, keep you grounded. I understand this, and I'm sure it is benefiting many people over there. Guido ji, you mentioned us to be non reactive. But what to do? Till I don't say anything in that situation when I'm angry, I don't feel peaceful. Somebody is shouting at me. How can I be non reactive? I want to give him back. Then only I will feel peaceful. I will do something. I want to speak something. They are abusing me. I can't hold my anger back. Can you tell me a quick tip at this moment of truth? What can I do to hold myself back? Some person is speaking nonsense, abusing, irritating, and I want to be non reactive. How?
I think it's a question of your character also. Yeah, some people literally explode. Yeah, and start a big discussion and make a lot of trouble. Sometimes I'm in the mood to make that, but the other way is maybe to laugh about it or to think of what Jesus said. Uh, yeah, try to love your enemy. If somebody wants something from you, you give him also the next thing, no? The other mile or whatever that is. No? And also there's an ethical question. No? We have a yamas and niyamas. Maybe we can focus on that or try to remember that. What is said here? No? Ahimsa, for example, no? Try to be not violent or yeah. There's always a way, yeah, to settle that peacefully, not with weapons. Also, I live here in Mindanao, so that is a region, especially in the western part, where people often use weapons. There's sometimes shooting or yeah, so a bit like Wild West. and yeah, also that is also a way, yeah, to settle your differences and your trouble. But it's probably better to have a, I don't know, there's maybe also institutional way to settle your problems. Okay, you could go to a court. So in almost every country you could do that. Or here is it's a way called barangay. That means the quarter or village or whatever. And there's so a council, and you could go there and then try to settle your problem there. No. Sometimes it is needed. No. So that is a way.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Govidoji. He rightly mentioned that laugh at your enemy, and when people are being illogical, why are you upset? Laugh at them. And he said that
Better with them, not at them. That's not so good. Yeah, with them. Yes. No, not that is wrong. Not about them. Yeah, yeah. That's ha ha ha. He cannot drive. Ha ha ha. There.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's your
laugh
point of
with
view.
them. Nice, nice. Thank you. I think there are many school students, when they will see it, it will be very useful for them also. When they are bullied, these things can be utilized.
Oh
And then
yes.
he
Oh
said that,
yeah.
and
That everyday
then
problem. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
and then he said that give it next day even. So that is also a good thing, that uh, wait for 24 hours, things will settle down. And if you would like to give it next day, practice yamas and niyamas. Bell, you mentioned about breath work. Maybe in next 30 to 60 seconds, or maybe maximum 1.5 but 1 minute around. Would you like to teach our audience how to do that breath work you mentioned?
Yes, actually, for me, it's just a few seconds, or it's just if something happens, we just breathe in, and the like look at the person and just take a deep breath, hold it for a few seconds, and release. And for me, when I practice, I just look at the person. I'm trying to be, not like showing the emotion. I mean, I'm focusing on my breath, and I'm just looking at the person. And one thing is that I am talking to myself at that time, you are a part of me. So that mantra helps a lot because I'm looking at you, I'm very angry because you say something, you did something, but I'm breathing in, you are a part of me, breathing out, I'm a part of you. You are a part of me, I'm a part of you. We are one. And just, I think 5 or 7 breaths like that, it will last less than 15 seconds, I believe. It really totally transformed my emotions about that person. So that is
Mhm.
really something I do, and I really want, if other people can also practice. Another mantra that I say to myself is that be kind. Because when I say be kind, I'm kind to myself, but I'm also remind myself that I need to be kind to others. But the first thing is to be kind to myself, because when I say something negative, I am the person who hear it the first. So, so that is the practical work that I do.
Thank you very much, Beltran. Jamilya ji, you mentioned about the energy signs when we feel low in energy. Uh, Going to nature and being with the people of good energy. How do we know when some person has good energy or not? What is your take in that?
Good question. We can see, we check behavior of this person. It is not, we cannot understand, maybe it is in one time, in the 2 times seeing, but usually good persons in a long way term relationships there can show their how they behave. We can check how this person behaves with us, with other people, with animals, with trees and everything around. It doesn't matter. Can the other people give you something back or not? It should be good based on behavior. Check the behavior of those people. That's the main.
Perfect, perfect. And you also mentioned about Swadhyaya, self-talk. Would you like to teach us some technique of Swadhyaya, how to do it?
Okay. Of course, it is own meditation, own mantras every day. That's good to have mantra sessions starting from the day, and the end of the day also add some mantras. It's very helpful. For women, it's also good to pray about the whole family, children, husband, parents, and others. It's also good practice. um, Also, I using morning in the morning. I take the pen and paper and writing everything. Of course, I'm not good in everything good person, so I cannot to show everyone my bad things. Yes, that's why I'm writing everything, and I'm finding the way how to resolve those things, how to behave, and how to be more little bit better. One step, little bit better next day. One step, step by step, and find new way to be better. Also, good practice is to learn or read some books like Patanjali Sutra or Bhagavad Gita. Maybe Christians they're reading Bible, Muslims they're reading Quran. It should be some um, scripture with already past long time, and they're already like. Um, we can find something in those books also for us, which will help us.
Thank
It's
you.
all
Thank you
about.
very much. Yes, yes. So lots of wisdom has given to us by Jamilya ji. Now the last question, it's a rapid fire quickly in 30 seconds each guest. So Govido ji, tell me one mantra that you use generally to keep yourself in a more peaceful state of mind.
Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om
That is
Namo
a
Narayana.
mantra to Vishnu, and it is said, yeah, Vishnu take care on the creation, also peace, shanti, and yeah, I can
Thank
recommend
you.
that mantra.
Yep. Yes, Bell. Tell me one mantra which you think works for you.
For me, it's like I'm the light. I I'm light. I'm love, and I'm wisdom.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you. Jamilya ji, which mantra worked for you?
Om Trayambakaya Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiv Babandhana Mrutyur Murukshiyamamrutat. And also Guru Mantra. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmaye Shri Gurave Namaha.
Excellent. 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 So, dear friends, we got lots of mantra from our experts and respected audience who are watching us from different parts of the world. We discussed on the theme what are the messages of ancient wisdom that can be utilized today in our day and age to deal with conflicts which are contemporary in nature. Our friend Govido ji from Philippines mentioned that Raja Yoga is a technique. Go for pranayama, meditate, Be in silence and listen to yourself. For interpersonal conflict, he said, be non-reactive, control your emotions, ability to manage your emotions. Be in the silence in that situation and see different point of views also. He also mentioned that whatever you do represents your character. And when such situations happen, people are laughing at you. He said, laugh with them. And you would like to choose whatever you want to respond it next day, 24 hours. You will settle down, practice yamas and niyamas, ahimsa, satya. It will keep you rooted. Identify a counselor who is ready to listen to you. And if nothing works, then Om Namo Narayana. This will always work for you. And Beltran mentioned that people have different needs and values, and when they are not addressed, they feel conflicting. The solution is raise awareness about your own nature, about situations, do yoga, accept all uncontrollable things. Acceptance is a virtue, she said. Self-talk, it will help you to prioritize things. Who matter, who doesn't, what matter, what doesn't, and things which doesn't matter should not bother you. And still, if people who matter are doing something, then she said, go for breath work. Do it for 7 seconds. Focus on your breath. And while doing breath work, inhale, hold, and exhale. And while you are holding, say, you are a part of me. I am a part of you. Bring that memory once again. I am kind to myself. I will be kind to you also. So while doing this, along with the breath work, it will work for you. Drink water. It purifies, it settles you down, it calms you down. Take support of people. It really works. Do some artwork. Share what you feel like with others. Exercise. Take lessons. Identify the root cause, why it is triggering you. It doesn't trigger everybody, but it is triggering you. It means there's some root cause associated. Open the communication. Don't close the communication. It will resolve things. And if nothing works, then this will always work. Say to yourself, close your eyes and say, I am the light. I am love. I am wisdom. And Jamilya ji said, conflict is the way to grow. It's rise in consciousness. Conflict leads to consciousness. Practice daily whatever you choose. Mantra, asana, pranayama, yama, niyama. Be honest, non-violent. Do self-talk, swadhyaya. And it will lead you to detachment with what is lower. Because conflict comes when you have low energy. And then you have conflict, you feel low energy. Go to nature and grab some energy. Be around good people, and then to identify good people, observe their behavior, you will understand. Identify a master that will show you the path. Walk 100, 1,000, 10,000 steps. Do running. Start your day with a mantra. End your day with a mantra. If you're too much filled within, start writing. When you write what you're feeling, it is a strong means of swadhyaya, because at least you will have one person to share your thoughts. That is you. And if nothing works, then this works. I can't chant it that elegantly and melodiously as you did, Jamilya ji. So I will again invite you to chant those two mantras, and then we'll close our discussion today. Over to you. Unmute and yeah, go ahead.
Let's start all together. Om Trayambakaya Jamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Urvarukamiv Babandhana Mrutur Mrukshiyamamruta Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmaye Shri Gurave Namaha Tasmaye Shri Gurave Namaha Hari Om.
Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you very much, respected guests from different parts of the world. We are organizing a grand event in February 2025 in Ujjain, land of yoga, land of Bhagwan Shri Krishna, Yogeshwara. The event is on 14th, 15th, and 16th of February. If your calendar permit, you're most welcome. India is also observing Kumbh Mela in Prayagraj at the same time. You can plan your visit like this, visit Ujjain and go to Kumbh Mela, and come visit Ujjain 14th, 15th and 16th February. Govidoji, your friend from Yoga Vidya, Sukhdev ji is also coming during that time in India. If you would like to visit him, you're most welcome. We will take
that's a
you
good idea. We met in the middle. That's a good idea, yeah.
Perfect. We will take you to the city tour of the world's one of the most ancient city of Ujjain. 14th, 15th, and 16th of September of February 2025. So plan your calendar, contact with us so that we can help you in sorting your plans. Thank you very much.
Again, no problem. How to get the money? Yeah. All right. Oh, yeah. Thanks for the invitation.